Walking through the quiet of an empty street, every fading echo pulls me underneath. Your name is hanging softly in the evening breeze, a memory I'm scared to set free. Maybe we were trying just to hide the pain, holding on to moments we could not explain. But your shadow's still a part of me, in every heartbeat silently. Where did you go? Been searching all the places where your light used to glow. I'm holding every fragment, but it slips through my soul, just like a fading dream, lost in the in-between, where the light used to be, where the light used to be. I can hear your laughter in the distant night, flickering inside me like a satellite. I reach into the darkness, but there's no reply. Only stars pretending they're your eyes. Maybe love is something that we never choose. Something in the silence tells the honest truth. Even when the world keeps turning fast, I'm still falling back to our past. Where did you go? I'm searching all the places where your light used to glow. I'm holding every fragment, but it slips through my soul, just like a fading dream, lost in the in-between, where the light used to be, where the light used to be. If I could follow you into the unknown, would you be waiting there or walking alone? Every goodbye echoes endlessly inside the parts you left in me. Where did you go? I'm searching for the traces of a love I still hold. I'm reaching out for something only heaven might know, just like a fading dream, lost in the in-between, where the light used to be, where the light used to be. Used to be. Midnight on the balcony, I breathe you in. Traces of a moment where we used to begin. Your shadows on my skin like a gentle wind, a memory I keep falling in. We were holding on to something undefined, little pieces of forever slipping out of time. Tell me, were you hurting just like me? 'Cause it felt so real, so bittersweet. You were fading behind my heart, but I still feel your touch in the dark. You're the echo in a song that never falls apart. Even when we're miles away, you're the light I can't replace. Fading behind my heart, fading behind my heart. I still see the glow of you in passing cars, lost inside the quiet of a broken star. We tried to draw a future, but the lines fell far. Now I'm tracing where the endings are. Maybe loving you was something meant to heal, even if the story never turned out real. Still I hear you calling out my name, soft as a night but not the same. me how to let you go, and every part of me still knows you're fading behind my heart, but you'll always be the spark in the dark. They echo in a song I can't tear apart. Even if tomorrow comes, you'll be beating like a drum, fading behind my soft rain on the window keeps me awake. Counting all the moments we used to make. Your voice lingers somewhere in the quiet haze, like a dream I'm scared to chase. Was it me or was it just the time we lost? Every step we took came with a heavier cost. But even as the dawn begins to rise, I still see you in the corner of my mind. As the midnight fades away, I still hear your heartbeat echo through the gray. All the little memories refusing to decay. You're the part of me I can't replace, even when the light hits my face. As the midnight fades away, yeah, yeah, yeah. Street lights paint your silhouette in gold. Another piece of you my hands can't hold. I walk through shadows searching for the stories told, in the spaces where our love grew cold. Maybe we were something only we could feel, a quiet universe that never turned real. But every time the sky begins to break, I still fall into the shape you used to make. As the midnight fades away, I still hear your heartbeat echo through the gray. All the little memories refusing to decay. You're the part of me I can't replace, even when the light hits my face. As the midnight fades away, tell me, did you find another place to breathe, or do you still carry a piece of me? I whisper to the wind, but there's no reply, only silence learning how to say goodbye. As the midnight fades away, you remain a gentle ghost. I wanna stay. Every fading shadow softly calls your name. You're the part of me I can't erase, even as tomorrow takes your place. Before the world wakes up, I still see a light as it's rising up. A silent promise that I'm scared to touch, but you're written in my days, even after you've erased. Before the world wakes up, before the world wakes up, before the world wakes up. Rosy morning light is creeping through my room, but all I feel is the fading shape of you. We were holding on to something fragile, true. Now I'm left with pieces of the view. Maybe we were drifting far too slow, trying not to feel the things we couldn't show. But every quiet moment pulls me back into the space where we both cracked. I wish you stayed a little longer, held the night before it wandered. You were the calm inside my thunder. Now I'm standing here alone with a heart that's overgrown. Wish you stayed a little longer, wish you stayed a little longer. All the little echoes of your gentle voice still run through my chest like I have no choice. You were painting colors in the empty noise. Now the silence steals the voice. Maybe love is something we can't rewind, a fleeting moment suspended in time. But every time I breathe I find you're still threading through my mind. I wish you stayed a little longer, held the night before it wandered. You were the calm inside my thunder. Now I'm standing here alone with a heart that's overgrown. Wish you stayed a little longer, wish you stayed a little longer. If the world could stop for us tonight, would you turn around and hold me tight? I whispered don't go yet into the air, but you're nowhere, you're nowhere. I wish you stayed a little longer, even as the daylight grows stronger. You were the peace inside my wonder. Now the dawn feels out of tune, 'cause it's rising without you. Wish you stayed a little longer, wish you stayed a little longer. Moonlight on the curtains, everything still. I'm tracing all the spaces that you used to fill. Your name is like a whisper floating at will, a ghost that my heart can't kill. Maybe it was fragile from the start, two quiet souls afraid to fall apart. But even now when the shadows disappear, I still feel you, still still feel you near. You're still here in the quiet, where the echoes never fight it. Every memory stays soft and uninvited. I keep reaching through the haze, looking for your gentle gaze. Still here in the quiet, still here in the quiet. The night remembers things we try to forget. Your laughter lingers like a fading silhouette. I close my eyes and wonder if you regret, or am I the only left? Maybe we were standing on borrowed time, trying not to see the breaking signs. But even when the morning comes in gray, my heart keeps calling out your name. You're still here in the quiet, where the echoes never fight it. Every memory stays soft and uninvited. I keep reaching through the haze, looking for your gentle gaze. Still here in the quiet, still here in the quiet. If silence had a shape, it would look like you. I'm missing warmth that I keep walking through. Tell me how to heal the places you once stayed, when every part of me still aches. You're still here in the quiet, where the dawn can't override it. You're the shadow that my heart can't deny it. Even if you've gone astray, you remain in yesterday. Still here in the quiet, still here in the quiet. Morning drips in slowly through the broken blinds, painting every shadow that you left behind. Your voice is still a ribbon tangled in my mind, but it's fading soft and kind. Maybe we were trying not to lose our way, holding on to silence we forgot to say. But even as the sunlight warms my face, I feel traces I can't erase. There's a soft light on my memories, turning all the pain into gentle melodies. Even though you're gone, you're still a part of me. In the quiet, I could see what we were, what we'll never be. Soft light on my memories, soft light on my memories. I walk along the street where we would talk for hours, your laughter blooming like a field of hidden flowers. The echo hits me softly, never overpowers, just the sweetness time devours. Maybe we were chapters meant to fall apart, written with a tenderness that broke my heart. But every time the wind begins to move, I hear pieces of the truth. There's a soft light on my memories, turning all the pain into gentle melodies. Even though past, I'm breathing slow, letting go of everything I couldn't show. There's a soft light on my memories, shining through the changes and the shifting seas. Even if your hands are no longer holding me, I can feel you in the breeze, soft and warm, a masterpiece. Soft light on my memories, soft light on my memories. I'm walking by the shoreline where we used to be. The tide is pulling softly on the past of me. Your voice is in the rhythm of the distant sea, a song only my heart can see. Maybe we were fragile like the evening air, holding on to moments that were never fair. But every time the water meets the sand, I still feel your ghost on my hand. And the waves carry your name, whispering it back to me again. Even though the distance never fades, you're the echo in the frame of a love I can't explain. And the waves carry your name, carry your name. The moon is hanging quiet in a silver glow, reflecting all the things I never let you know. Your shadow dances slowly in the undertow, a truth I'm scared to let go. Maybe love is something that we learn in pain, pieces of a heartbeat we can't reclaim. But every time the wind begins to rise, I still see you in the skies. And the waves carry your name, whispering it back to me again. Even though the distance never fades, you're the echo in the frame of a love I can't explain. And the waves carry your name. If I close my eyes, you're standing near, soft like the breath of another year. I reach for you, but you disappear. Still, your voice is all I hear. And the waves carry your name, soft and endless like a gentle flame. Even though tomorrow won't be the same, you're the part I can't contain, in the calm or in the rain. And the waves carry your name, carry your name. Streetlights flicker softly on my sleepless walk. Your shadows in the corners where the feelings talk. I'm replaying moments we could never lock. Every heartbeat feels like shock. Maybe I was quiet when I should've stayed. Maybe I was got tangled in the night, and you slipped out of sight. These lost words on the way home follow me like echoes I can't let go. If I could turn around, would it change the flow? 'Cause every step I take alone leads me back to what we've known. Lost words on the way home. Lost words on the way. Lost words on the way home. Windows hold reflections of the could have been. Your laughter in the distance like a violin. I hold the truth inside me, but it's paper thin, fragile as the city wind. Maybe love is quiet till it breaks apart, leaving little fingerprints around the heart. And now I'm left with silence in my chest, where your name still comes to rest. These lost words on the way home follow me like echoes I can't let go. If I could turn around, would it change the flow? 'Cause every step I take alone leads me back to what we've known. Lost words on the way home. Lost words on the way home. Ooh, if I meet you somewhere past the midnight air, would you listen if I finally dare to say the things I swallowed in the dark that never reached your heart? These lost words on the way home still whisper like a story carved in stone. Even if tomorrow leaves me on my own, you're the place my heart is flown. Every thought, every tone. Lost words on the way home. Lost words on the way home. Lost words on the way home. The sky is turning pale before the break of day. I'm tracing every whisper that you left my way. Your warmth is like a memory I can't replay, but it lingers anyway. Maybe we were holding on to faded light, trying not to lose each other in the night. But even when the quiet starts to fade, your silhouette is here to stay. 'Cause the dawn still remembers you in every shade of silver. Footsteps in the distance sound like yesterday. Moments fall like petals drifting far away. I reach into the sunrise, but you slip through gray like a dream that couldn't stay. Maybe love is something we can't define, measured in the seconds that we leave behind. But even as the morning opens wide, I still feel you by my side. 'Cause the dawn still remembers you in every shade of silver, every hue. Even when the world begins anew, your echoes color every view. The dawn still remembers you. The dawn still remembers eyes, you're glowing in the haze, soft as the truth that time can never erase. I whisper your name into the rising light, hoping it reaches where you are tonight. 'Cause the dawn still remembers you, painting all the memories we once knew. Even if the day pulls me farther through, there's a place where we stay true. The dawn still remembers you. The dawn still remembers you. The dawn still remembers you. Another quiet night beneath the silver glow. I walk the streets where all our echoes used to flow. Your name is in the wind, like someone saying don't go. But it's only me alone. We were trying hard to hold the fragile light, reaching for forever in the restless night. But even now the truth refuses to fade. I still feel you in the space we made. You're the shadow of what we could be, a gentle ghost that never stops following me. Every little moment plays like a memory, soft but heavy, silently. You're the shadow of what we could be, what we could be. The moon reflects the lines we never drew in time. The words I didn't say are stuck between the lines. I wonder if you feel the same in your design, or did you leave it all behind? Maybe love was something we were meant to keep, a fragile spark that burned too bright and fell asleep. But even when the morning breaks the sky, I still see you when I close my eyes. You're the shadow of what we could be, a gentle ghost that never stops following me. Every little moment plays like a memory, soft but heavy, silently. You're the shadow of what we could be, what we could be. If I called your name across the empty air, would your heart still tremble knowing I was there? Or have you drifted somewhere far from me, into someone else's memory? You're the shadow of what we could be, soft and lingering inside my history. Even if tomorrow pulls you out of reach, you're a part of who I'll always be. Just a shadow. What we could be, what we could be. The city hums beneath the half-away moon. I walk the path we used to share in June. Your voice still lingers like a fading tune, soft as a quiet monsoon. had to say. And even though the night begins to shift, I still feel the pull of your drift. Where your echo used to live, I still hear the things we couldn't give. Memories breathing through the cold night air, like you're almost standing there. But the truth is hard to forgive. Where your echo used to live, where your echo used to live, where your echo used to live. If I whispered now, would it reach your heart, or did you leave that place in the dark? Somewhere between the loss and the light, you fade into the edge of night. Where your echo used to live, I'm learning how to finally let it slip. Still your shadow hums beneath the wind, as if you might return again. But I know you never did. Where your echo used to live, where your echo used to live, where your echo used to live. Midnight's hanging quiet on the window pane. I trace the shape of memories I can't explain. Your shadow moves beside me like a soft refrain, a warmth I still contain. Maybe we were fragile from the start, trying not to show the breaking of our hearts. But even now your glow is everywhere, a flicker in the midnight air. You're a flicker in the midnight air, haunting every moment when I'm unaware. Even though the space between us isn't fair, I still feel you lingering there, like a whisper I can repair. A flicker in the midnight air, midnight air, midnight air. Street signs blur like tears I never meant to hide. Your footprints echo faintly on the other side. I reach for all the words I left untried, but they vanish with the tide. Maybe loving you was something bittersweet, made of stolen seconds we could never keep. And even when the morning starts to glare, your light is floating everywhere. You're a flicker in the midnight air, haunting every moment when I'm unaware. Even though the midnight air. The night breeze moves like something you once said. A quiet rush of echoes filling up my head. Your touch appears in shadows where the streetlights spread. A warmth I still pretend. Maybe we were holding on to disappearing light, trying not to notice how we slipped out of sight. But even now, when everything feels like you flicker in the night, you're the light drifting through the night, a gentle trace that never leaves my line of sight. Even though the distance slowly rewrites all the things we used to be, you're still burning silently, a light drifting through the night, through the night. Every quiet corner feels a bit like you, the way the wind remembers what we couldn't do. I hear the soft reminder in the avenue of love we never grew. Maybe letting go is harder when it's real, measured in the moments we forgot to feel. But even when the darkness turns to white, you shimmer in the night. You're the light drifting through the night, a gentle trace that never leaves my line of sight. Even though the distance slowly rewrites all the things we used to be, you're still burning silently, a light drifting through the night, through the night. If I reach for you inside the silver air, would you fade away or would you still be there? Your name is like a lantern in my chest, glowing where the memories rest. You're the light drifting through the night, soft and fleeting like a promise out of sight. Even as the dawn begins to rise, you remain in fragile lines, somewhere between the wrongs and rights, a light drifting through the night, through the rain just stopped and the pavement starts to shine. Your shadow flickers softly in the neon lines. I walk the same old path we used to call our time, but you know we're in my sight. Maybe we were fragile like the weather sky, trying not to break with every say goodbye. But even now the silence feels so loud, like you're hidden in the crowd. After the rain stops falling, I still hear your voice softly calling. Every little echo keeps me stalling on the edge of what we couldn't say. Lost between the light, the shade. After the rain stops falling, after the rain stops falling, streetlights lights ripple gold across the empty street. Your name appears in every passing heartbeat. I chase the fading warmth where our hands would meet, but it slips beneath my feet. Maybe love is something we can redesign, measured in the moments that we left behind. Still every time the water starts to clear, I swear I feel you near. After the rain stops falling, I still hear your voice softly calling. Every little echo keeps me stalling on the edge of what we couldn't save, lost between the light and the shade. After the rain stops falling, after the rain stops falling, if I whisper now into the silver night, would it reach the place where you sleep tonight? Or has the distance washed it all away with the memories of yesterday? After the rain stops falling, your presence lingers quiet and enthralling. Even though the world keeps slowly evolving, you're the part I can't replace, living in the soft embrace. After the rain stops falling, after the rain stops falling, after the rain stops falling. Streetlights blur like teardrops on the window glass. I'm walking through the places where we used to pass. Your voice is in the quiet like a ghost of laughs, a warmth I wish would last. Maybe we were drifting in a fragile way, trying not to break in all the things we didn't say. But even now the night begins to bend around the shape of how we end. I'm breathing in your absence, a hollow kind of presence. You linger in the shadows like a soft remembrance. Even when the world moves on, you're the echo in my lungs. I'm breathing in your absence, breathing in your breathing in your absence. Your name floats in the stillness as the hours creep. I see you in the city where the pavements weep. I close my eyes and find you in the memories deep, too real to let me sleep. Maybe letting go is in the things we lose, measured in the choices that we never choose. But even as the morning starts to glow, you're the air I can't outgrow. I'm breathing in your absence, a hollow kind of presence. You linger in the shadows like a soft remembrance. Even when the world moves on, you're the echo in my lungs. I'm breathing in your absence, breathing in your absence. Breathing in your absence. If I whisper now into the drifting blue, would the wind still carry all my words to you? Or have you walked too far beyond the night for my voice to reach your light? I'm breathing in your absence, a sigh that finds its essence in every quiet corner where we built our sentence. Even if you're gone for good, I still feel like I should. Breathing in your absence, breathing in your ghost I still recall. Maybe we were fragile from the very start, trying to keep the world from pulling us apart. But even now the silence holds your spark, softly glowing in the dark. 'Cause 2 a.m. still knows your name, whispers it like nothing's changed. Even though the morning's coming just the same, you're the whisper in my veins, in the quiet where you remain. 2 a.m. still knows your name, still knows your name. Your footsteps echo gently in the midnight air. I feel them in the corners where you used to care. I reach into the quiet just to find you there, but it's only empty glare. Maybe love is measured in the things we lose, written in the silence of the paths we choose. But even if tomorrow feels brand new, there's a place that stays with you. 'Cause 2 a.m. still knows your name, whispers it like nothing's changed. Even though the morning's coming just the same, you're the whisper in my veins, in the quiet where you remain. 2 a.m. still knows your name, still knows your name. If I called your heart across the night's divide, would the sound still reach you from the other side? Or have you left the space where we once lived, taking all the light you give? But 2 a.m. still knows your name, holding all the pieces time could not reclaim. Even when the dawn begins to rearrange, you're the part I can't explain. And the echo of the same. 2 a.m. still knows your name, still knows your name. The red lights paint the pavement like a quiet bruise. I walk the roads where I once walked with you. Your shadow moves between the hues, a truth I can't undo. Maybe we were fragile from the day we met, 2 beating hearts too scared of what we get. But even now the city won't forget the shape of a silhouette. 'Cause the red lights remember us, holding every moment that we lost. Even though the world kept moving past, you're the echo in the glass, a reflection I can't trust. Red lights remember us, remember us. Your name drifts through the silence like a distant song. I hear it in the spaces where the nights grow long. Every faded memory feels painfully wrong, but soft like where we belong. Maybe love is something we could never save, a fragile promise we were too afraid to crave. But even when the dawn begins to rise, you're still glowing in my eyes. 'Cause the red lights remember us, holding every moment that we lost. Even though the world kept moving past, you're the echo in the glass, a reflection I can't trust. Just red lights remember us. If I whisper to the night, will it carry through? Or will the wind forget softly in a shade of blue. I trace the quiet places that remind me of you. Your warmth is in the silence like a hidden clue, a ghost I can't undo. Maybe we were fragile when the world got loud, trying not to lose ourselves inside the crowd. But even now your name is breaking through, like the moon behind a cloud. You're a heartbeat fading into blue, soft as every memory I outgrew. Even though we're drifting far from truth, I still feel the pull of you in the echo slipping through, a heartbeat fading into blue, into blue. Street signs hum a melody I've heard before, the kind that leaves you aching just a little more. I see your outline shimmering beyond the door, a dream I can't ignore. Maybe we were reaching for a distant light, holding on to shadows in the dead of night. But even when the darkness starts to bloom, I still hear your rhythm move. You're a heartbeat fading into blue, soft as every memory I outgrew. Even though we're drifting far from truth, I still feel the pull of you in the echo slipping through, a heartbeat fading into blue, into blue. If I called your soul across the quiet air, would you turn around and find me standing there? Or have you walked beyond the midnight hue into someone else's truth? You're a heartbeat fading into blue, gentle as the nights we never made it through. Even if tomorrow paints a newer view, I'm still tethered to the tune of the part I can't undo, a heartbeat fading into blue. The sky is barely breathing in a muted gray. Your shadow floats beside me in a gentle sway. I hold the last of midnight slowly slipping away, with every word we couldn't say. Maybe we were fragile in the quiet glow, trying not to face the things we didn't know. But even now the morning pulls me in, where your echoes still begin. Before the light breaks through, I still feel the world shake around you. Every quiet corner whispers something true, like the way we used to be, fading into memory before the light breaks through. Breaks through, breaks through. Your name is like a ripple in the cooling air. I hear it in the distance, though you're not to share a dawn that feels to bear. Maybe love is measured in the parts we keep haunting us in hours where we barely sleep. But even when tomorrow calls my name, I still burn inside your flame. Before the light breaks through, I still feel the world shaped around you. Every quiet corner whispers something true, like the way we used to be, fading into memory before the light breaks through. Breaks through, breaks through. If I reach for you across the silver haze, would you turn around or slowly drift away? The truth is soft, but still it cuts me clean. You're somewhere I can't reach. Before the light breaks through, I'm holding all the things I couldn't prove. Even as the sunrise tells a different truth, you remain inside the blue, in a place I once knew, in a place I once knew. Before the light breaks through, breaks through. Last train's gone and the platform's turning cold. Your footprints fade where all our secrets used to hold. I hear your voice inside the metal and the gold, a story left untold. Maybe we were fragile in the quiet hum, two beating hearts afraid of what we might become. But even now the silence feels like you, lingering in shades of blue. Platform echoes after you, carrying the love I never meant to lose. Even though the night keeps pulling me through, I still feel the space you breathe in the emptiness you leave. Platform echoes after you, after you. The neon signs are flickering their last goodbye. Your shadow dances gently where the rail lines lie. I reach for you but only find the passing sigh of moments slipping by. Maybe love is written in the things we miss, measured by the seconds that we can't resist. And even when the dawn begins to rise, you're the gleam behind my eyes. Platform echoes after you, carrying the love I never meant to lose. Even though the night keeps pulling me through, I still feel the space you breathe in the emptiness you leave. Platform echoes after you, after you. If I called your name into the tunnel's glow, would the sound still find the heart you used to show? Or are you riding somewhere far from me, somewhere I can't see? Platform echoes shadows are barely moving in the quiet air. I sit where you once told me that you'd always care. Your laughter flickers softly in the space we shared. A ghost that's standing there. Maybe we were fragile in a fragile time, trying not to speak the truth between the lines. But even now the silence leans on me with the weight of what we couldn't be. These whispers under empty skies still carry all the tears I never tried. Even though the night keeps learning how to lie, you're the echo I can't hide, living on the other side. Whispers under empty skies, empty skies. Like you, the shade of everything we almost made it through. Your presence lingers quiet in the silver hue of endings overdue. Maybe love is something that we lose in parts, measured in the moments breaking both our hearts. But even when dawn begins to rise, you're the ache behind my eyes. Hey, these whispers under empty skies still carry all the tears I never tried. Even though the night keeps learning how to lie, you're the echo I can't hide, living on the other side. Whispers under empty skies, empty skies. If the wind could send my voice to where you are, would it reach your heart or fall against the stars? I'm holding on to pieces drifting through of a world that once felt true. These whispers under empty skies are written in the breath where longing lies. Even if tomorrow takes you from my side, you're the part that won't divide. In the calm I can't deny. Whispers under empty skies, empty skies. Empty skies. The night wind drips across the empty street. I feel the trace of you in every quiet beat. Your name is floating softly with the shadows meet. A touch I still repeat. Maybe we were fragile in a fading glow, trying not to see the parts we didn't show. But even now the darkness calls your name in a voice that stays the same. 'Cause the night still holds your warmth in every place my hands have grown forlorn. Even though the morning's waiting to be born, you're the echo in my chest where the memories still rest. The night still holds your warmth, holds your warmth. Your silhouette is painted in the evening hum. I hear the soft I'm sorry's that will never come. The world is turning quiet, but my heart feels numb to everything you've become. Maybe letting go is harder when the night still holds your warmth in every place. My hands have grown forlorn, even though the morning's waiting to be born. You're the echo in my chest, where the memories still rest. The night still holds your warmth, holds your warmth. If I reach for you inside this fragile air, will the wind still move the way it did back then? Or have you drifted someplace out of reach, where even silence cannot teach us? Still the night still holds your warmth, soft and distant like the truth we can't transform. Even when the sunrise pulls you from the storm, you remain inside the dark as a shadow on my heart. The night still holds your warmth, holds your Raindrops trace the window like they know your name. I hear the quiet rhythm calling me the same. Your warmth is in the shadows, though you never came. A ghost inside the flame. Maybe we were fragile in a breaking storm. Two quiet hearts that never learned to stay warm. But even now the water hides your voice in the echoes of our choice. When the rain reminds me of you, every drop becomes a memory pulling through. Even though the night is trying to renew, I still fall into the blue of the world I had with you. When the rain reminds me of you, reminds me of you. The city hums a lullaby in silver tones. I feel your heartbeat lingering between my bones. Your whisper circles softly through the undertones. A truth I face alone. Maybe letting go of something we outgrew, measured in the quiet things we couldn't do. But even when tomorrow breaks the gray, you're the ache I can't betray. When the rain reminds me of you, every drop becomes a memory pulling through. Even though the night is trying to renew, I still fall into the blue of the world I had with you. When the rain reminds me of you, reminds me of you. If I called your heart across the falling rain, would it heal the places where we left our pain? Or would it fade into the stormy view, like the parts I lost of you? live there. Your name is like a breeze tangled in my hair, too gentle to repair. Maybe all the moments that we try to save fell between the echoes of the words we gave. But even now the silence doesn't lie. Your shadows in the sky. You're my fragile wings in the night, fading where the dawn replaces light. Even when you slip beyond my sight, I still hear you softly call through the distance where we fall. Fragile wings in the night, in the night. Your voice is painted in the quiet rain, a distant melody I can't explain. The world is slowly moving, but I still remain in places with your name. Maybe love was something we could never hold, breaking like a story that was never told. But even as the night begins to slow, you're the glow I can't let go. You're my fragile wings in the night, fading where the dawn replaces light. Even when you slip beyond my sight, I still hear you softly call through the distance where we fall. Fragile wings in the night, in the night. If I reach for you inside this silver haze, would you turn around or drift to other days? Your memory is the light I can't deny, a whisper in the sky. Find my fragile wings in the night, soft and fleeting as you take your flight. Even when tomorrow feels too bright, you're the echo I hold tight.